I tell you, this music thing, you just enter into someone's car and music. Forget your problems. Listen to the music. Crazy. It's really crazy. So today, guys, come and ride with me. Hello guys, welcome again to another interesting video. So today I'm going to talk about matatus in Kenya. I'm going to explain something about these matatus in Kenya. You have seen me riding in some matatus here, and yes, we have matatus in Kenya, and today I want to introduce matatus to you. So first of all, I just want to thank you so much for clicking in. Kindly subscribe if you haven't, like my videos, share them with your family and friends, and yes, let's start learning about matatus. The word matatu is a Swahili term meaning three, coined in the 1970s to describe the then new mode of transport when people used to pay 3 pennies to get from one point to another point. But these buses, privately owned taxis shared by multiple passengers, have evolved from being a mere mode of transport to a way of life, spreading from urban hubs to all corners of East African nations. Matatu touts and drivers are renowned for causing chaos on the busy streets of the Kenyan capital, Nairobi, breaking most traffic rules, especially during rush hour, so as to stay ahead of the competition. The exact number of matatus operating in Nairobi is unknown. Kenya's Transport Ministry estimates that 70% of the city's 4.5 million commuters rely on these minibuses in order to get around the city. Beloved by the young and the elderly alike, the Matatu minibuses of Kenya are colorful, known for blaring out loud music, and have become more and more extravagant in their design. In Kenya, Matatu, known as Mat3 in Sheng, or the slang language mostly spoken in Nairobi, Kenya, or in the city, the Matatus are privately owned minibuses. Although pickup trucks and estate cars were in the past pressed into service as these Kenyan shares taxis, often decorated mini Matatus feature portraits of famous people or slogans and sayings. Today, they operate as licensed public service vehicles, PSV, although still part of the private sector. Matatus constitute the bulk of Kenya's public transport system and one vital mode of travel for both urban and rural populations. The sizes and types of the vehicles used as matatus have evolved over the years. The President of Kenya, President Uhuru Kenyatta, allowed matatu owners to decorate their vehicles, which has led to drastic growth in the industry over the last 3 years, opening the floodgates to a wave of creativity as different matatus compete in order to outshine each other. Some owners have mounted television screen inside or even in the rear sides of the matatu so as to entertain those traveling behind. Others have decorated their buses into colorful graffiti and lights, both inside and outside, while noisy exhausts have also been fitted to announce arrival or departure. Matatu graffiti can depict musicians, sportsmen, movie stars, politicians, cartoon characters, war heroes, and humanitarian champions. Technology has also played a vital role in the growth of the matatu industry. Many matatus offer clients high-speed internet connections and power sockets for charging up devices like phones and laptops. After a vehicle has been pimped up and left a garage, it will be advertised on social media platforms to matatu enthusiasts keen to experience what the new vehicle has to offer. Without its matatus, the city of Nairobi comes to a near standstill. It happens some 10 to 15 times a year when Matatu's workers go on strike. Whenever they suspend their scramble through the streets, everything in the city slows down. The town center grows quiet, offices sit empty, stores close their doors, and the last lingering pedestrians are able to walk the sidewalks with ease. These are no commuter trains or trams. The traffic and the poor road condition make cycling impossible, and the government regrettably provides only a few irregular and ineffective buses. Since so few people can afford private cars, a majority of people have come to rely upon matatus, the privately owned minibuses that have engulfed the city over the past half a century. Unfortunately, the citizens of Nairobi have become used to the matatu strike. Whenever the city's moving mosaic of matatus comes to a stop, the forsaken commuters are once again reminded of just how much their life depends on these flamboyant minibuses and the army of workers who operate them. To an outsider, this sense of gloom can be baffling. Those unfamiliar with the city's culture tend to see the matatus as little more than a noisy, garish way of residents to get about the city. At worst, they look at the encroaching chaos of matatus as if it were nothing better than a gang of venerable, stringent, greedy, rentless, intent upon vanquishing the city with their custom-built coaches. But not everyone likes to ride matatus, and some commuters prefer to take older and pimped buses, denouncing rude touts and reckless driving. A man in his mid-40s said he hated using matatus due to how fast fares change, depending on the weather, police checks, tout moods, availability of vehicles, and the flow of traffic. Unlike matatus, state-owned buses have designated pick-up and drop-off points and do not carry excess passengers or go beyond speed limits. Many passengers opt to use such alternative means of transport, such as bicycles, boda-bodas, since they offer better customer care and regulated fares. Road safety is a real issue for the African nation, with the World Health Organization estimating that between 3,000 to 13,000 Kenyans lose their lives in the crashes every year. Nearly one-third of deaths are among passengers, many of whom are killed in unsafe form of public transportation. There are no road safety laws in place forcing riders to wear helmets or drivers to undergo tests for alcohol consumption. That is according to World Health Organization. In a bid to combat any hard feelings towards traveling in the frantic minibuses, some matatus owners have introduced hostesses who offer high-end services like those you might expect to find in a plane or in a train, such as the carrying of luggage or use of waiting lounges. The matatu industry is a source of employment for hundreds of thousands of people, mostly youths. Since the early 1960s, the matatus has provided transportation to at least 60% of the city's population, and the matatu industry has become the largest employer in the so-called popular economy by providing livelihoods to mechanics, touts, fee collectors, drivers, artists, and other associated businesses. This obsession with decorating vehicles has even spread to other sectors in the transport industries. Owners of auto rickshaws, locally known as tuk-tuks, and motorcycles, known as boda-bodas, also have been making improvements to their vehicles, employing art and design techniques in order to attract more customers. The music in this place is awesome. Welcome home. It feels so good to be back home, guys. It feels so good. Oh my God, it feels so good. Guys, welcome back to Nairobi. Wow. Yeah, it's been long. It's been long without doing this.
My money's so long it doesn't know me. It's looking at my kids like I'm bossy. My money's so long it doesn't know me. It's looking at my kids like I'm bossy.
Every man want piece of me.
Keep in mind that most of the music played in the matatus come from popular and upcoming DJs. And with bright colors and blaring music, our matatus are known to fill the streets of Nairobi. So when you're planning to come to Nairobi, come and enjoy matatu. Come and enjoy our music. Come and enjoy our culture. Thank you so much for taking me along. Thank you so much for coming with me through my matatu experience. Thank you so much for listening to our music. Thank you so much for appreciating our culture, our matatus. Welcome all to Nairobi, Kenya, where matatu is the life. Matatu is the place where you can forget all your problems. By the time you arrive, you are entertained, you are done, you are comfortable. Welcome to Nairobi, Kenya, and enjoy our matatu culture. Don't forget that you can find music anywhere, any place, like even if it's a boda boda, even if it's a tuk-tuk, even if it's a bus, even if it's a personal car. The moment you just enter into that place, believe me, you are entertained. That is our Kenyan culture. Thank you so much for watching. Let's meet on another one. Ciao.